guys. I am currently in your ear. Or I'm on your TV. Or depends how you're watching it. But if you're listening to me on headphones, I'm right in your ear. Hey. Welcome back to another episode of The Inner City Hermit. Welcome back. Jeez. This is, it's cool. This is becoming a regular thing now. It's crazy. I think I haven't missed a week for maybe 5 weeks. No. Yeah, 5 weeks. That's pretty good. I rate that. I'm committed now. This is becoming part of my week. It's great. Love it. I wasn't actually going to record tonight, but then I just decided, you know what? Fuck it. Why not? And changing up once again, I'm problem solving because I love to problem solve. I don't know if it's problem solving or just making my problems worse, but I am actually recording on my iPhone today. So this is a big moment. I'm actually surprised by how good the footage is, to be honest, because I did a test run just before, and when you think of mobile cameras, for me, I always think of just like the old shit Nokia ones, but you don't realize that you've got a 4K camera in your bloody hand. It's fucking terrifying. I mean, realistically, it's pretty scary. Well, considering I was using a bloody expensive camera last week and it bloody bottled on me. Apologies for the last video, guys. We got 5 minutes of footage. It's 5 minutes more than I thought we'd get, to be honest. But and the quality wasn't that great. I don't know if anyone's like me, but everyone says on YouTube, everyone's like, oh, it's not about the video. It's about the content. Fuck, man, I can't watch a shitty video. If the video's made on if it's all grainy and discolored, I can't even watch it. I think it's got to be nice. It's got to be nice to watch. If you're watching caveman shit, it seems terrible. You'd be talking about the coolest thing ever, I'd still be like, oh man, it's crappy footage. It's like when you're watching Netflix. I hate people that watch Netflix and they don't full screen it. So you can see the bloody URL banner up the top. It shits me. I can't even watch the whatever's on TV because I'm too busy looking at that top bit being like, fuck, it's in the way. Or people that watch Netflix and you can still see the mouse on the screen. Psychopaths. I don't understand how that doesn't distract people. When I'm bloody watching TV, all I can see is that fucking mouse. It annoys the crap out of me. Just makes me frustrated. Just move it to the side. Or streaming companies, do that function where it just disappears. If you don't touch the mouse pad for a while, it just disappears. Come on, it's 2019. Get your shit together. Yeah. Yeah, I was surprised I actually even uploaded that potty, the footage of it anyway. I guess it shows that I'm coming a long way, compared to what I used to be like. I used to be a real perfectionist. I used to edit for ages. I used to edit just minute things that no one would even notice. I'd go up and be like, oh yeah, did you notice that thing? And whoever's watching would be like, nah. I'm like, sick, that took me half an hour. So I've kind of given up my perfectionist ways when it comes to YouTube now, so I just uploaded it anyway. And that was a big thing for me too. Not just with YouTube, just in general. I'm one of those people that if I'm putting something out there, I want it to be 100% perfect. I want it to look like a U-Butte production company's done it, but I think coming to terms with the fact that I don't have a production company, I'm filming on an iPhone, and just being okay with that. And I guess that's a battle, that stems through a lot of things. I spoke about it last episode about the gym thing. Was it the last episode? Yeah. How, you set yourself 5 sessions a week. You go from doing nothing to 5 sessions a week, and then you do 4 one week and you punish yourself. You're like, dude, you're still doing your thing. Give yourself a bit of a rest. So yeah, that was a big thing for me. A small thing, but a big thing. Small, but big win. Yeah. The only downside is I can't get any snippets of it because you just see the bloody inner city hermit banner, which is boring as fuck. Yeah. You know. Oh well. It's 2019 though. It's almost 2020. How weird is that? 2020 vision. Oh, I can see it in the next year. How good. Remember I saw that meme for the first time. I laughed way more than I should. Oh, I hope someone asks me if I've got 2020 vision. Oh, well, I can't see into the future. Fucking memes, man. Ah, dude. Yeah, 2019. You know, I was talking about phones before. We got like 4K cameras in our phone. It's crazy. You know what else is crazy? Mobile games. They're getting way too good. I just downloaded Pokemon Masters. If you don't have it, download it. It's not like Pokemon Go. You don't have to move. You can be a piece of shit on the lounge, just tapping away. I actually played it for 5 hours on Sunday. It's disgraceful. I mean, it's great. Disgraceful on my part because I didn't do anything all weekend. But it's scary. It's scary, you know? You used to have to turn to like PlayStations and Xboxes and Nintendos. And now you get like full RPG games in your bloody phone. It's like, Fortnite on your phone. And there's like people who like play competitively just on their phone. That's crazy to me. Like we've gone from, I remember stealing my dad's Nokia when I was like 6 years old. And I'd be like, Snake. How good's Snake? I used to just want a phone for 2 reasons. I wanted to listen to the ringtones. You ever notice that when you were younger? Kids would just get phones just to listen to the ringtones. Oh, check this one out. Some shitty quality audio, but you just play through all your bloody ringtones. Ringtones and Snake. I don't think I made a phone call. Oh, those were the days, hey. Those were the days when nothing mattered. You're just like, I don't know, what am I eating for dinner? Oh, Mum will make me something. How good's that? I was thinking about that actually today as well, how like music can be very nostalgic. Music and smells. Remember the smell of cut grass. I don't know if anyone else, I'm sure other people have this because I have this, and I swear I've spoken to people and they're saying the smell of fresh cut grass reminds me of a Saturday morning. Saturday morning for 2 reasons. Saturday morning because that's when Dad always used to bloody mow the lawn. And then Saturday morning too, because that's when we used to go to football and used to smell the grass at football because they used to just cut the grass. And you used to have that smell. Saturday morning. Saturday morning. And then you'd wake up, there'd be like Rage on. Remember Rage on Channel 2? There's no V, there's no shit like that. It's just like Rage. And you listen to like, I don't know, TLC. TLC was pretty big. Ja Rule. Ja Rule was on every single music station. I'm pretty sure if you go to every R&B Fridays flashback mix, Ja Rule pops up like 8 times. It's just ridiculous. Ja Rule. Bring it back, dude. I want to be living it up again. That's a banger. But yeah, even music. I mean, I was thinking in the shower, because obviously I do a lot of thinking in the shower, that there's like music and games have like a really nostalgic vibe about it. I mean, the number one soundtrack, and if anyone disagrees, you can all eat a bag of dicks, because the number one soundtrack to a game ever created, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4 was the greatest playlist for a game ever. There is nothing. I listened to it on Spotify just before. I was in the shower, rocking out, and I was just like, man, this has got some sentimental value to it. I mean, I just remember how old was I? I was like 11. I just got a PS2. I was like 11. I mean, I played like the old Tony Hawk games, and they were bloody awesome, but I didn't really know about the music. Whereas like Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4 was when I was just starting to you're just starting to understand what music was. I remember when I was about 10 years old, my dad bought me an Offspring Greatest Hits CD, and it was the best thing he's ever done for me, because that stemmed just my love for punk and rock music. But then, yeah, I was listening. You'd listen to Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4, the soundtrack. You'd just be playing it, and oh man, I listen to it now. I just think back. You know, those Fridays when you finish school, and you persuade your mate to stay at your place for the night, and then you'd come over, and then your mum would be like, "Oh yeah, we'll get some pizza," and you're like, "Fuck yeah, pizza, man! I never get pizza during the week. It must be because you're here." You're saying to your mate's like giggling in the back, "Oh yeah, I'm special." And then you'd choose like your treats, and then you'd come home. You're like, right, let's start a new career mode. You'd name it something stupid, like I don't know, too cool to skate or something, or skate or die, something like that. And then you just eat junk food and play Tony Hawk, see how far you could get before you fall asleep at like 3 a.m. in the morning. Dude, man, those were the fucking days. Tell me a better time of life. I'm sorry if you're a chick and you're listening to this and you're like, sorry, if you're a woman and you're listening to this and you're like, man, what the hell are you talking about? I must admit, it's a bloke thing. It's a dude thing, that Tony Hawk. If you are a girl and you understand it, man, I'm glad. I'm glad it's, you know, it's you could probably feel it as well. But man, that was a game and a half. I still play it, actually. It's one of those games where you just sit down and you want to complete the whole thing in one go. You just get that college level. Man, I'll be putting photos up around me while I'm doing this. So if you're watching the footage, greatest game ever. But it's unreal. I do a lot of thinking about those like days. I know like Kia always tells me I'm a very nostalgic person. I don't know why that is either. Like there was nothing like there was nothing like phenomenal about my childhood or anything. Like there was nothing like, oh, I was rich and I got whatever I wanted, and no way. I just lived in a really things were just cool and easygoing and good, really good. And I think that's such a good thing to. I mean, even the negatives, you look back on it and you're like, yeah, that still I have fond memories about that, which is pretty cool. I mean, that for me, that's cool. And there's so much, there's so many things you remember. I just remember even in high school, you do, your lunch, there's always one mate that would get heaps of tuck shop. And you'd always be like, fuck yeah, tuck shop. Like I'd never get tuck shop. I didn't really want tuck shop, to be honest. I always thought it was weird. I don't even know why they call it tuck shop. Like, is it like tucker shop? Like tucker, like food? I think at primary school they called it tuck shop, but at high school we called it the canteen. It was always a tuck shop to me though. Fuck a canteen. Canteens are only at footy fields. Tuck shops are at schools. And I remember that mate, and there'd always be like one mate that would be like, oh man, if you come to the tuck shop with me, I'll buy you something. And then all the boys would be like, fuck yeah, take me with you. Or then you get that one mate that would always get tuck shop and he'd get so sick of it that he'd want like homemade shit, and you'd like swap him a sandwich or something. You're like, yeah, can I have that sandwich for that pork piece of shit roll? It was always the worst food ever. It was kind of like KFC, but like shit. Like I remember there was this shop down the road from mine. It was like an outlet shop where all the tuck shops used to buy their food. And my mum would take me and my brother there of an afternoon. I remember it was called the Sarah Lee shop. And there used to be these things back when I was in I think they're still around. Back when I was in school, called Pizza Rounders. They were literally like, a pocket, like a dough pocket. And it was just filled with like the leftovers of Domino's pizzas. And they were phenomenal. Like far out now that I'm thinking about it. God, they were good. I remember I used to try and buy them off people at lunchtime because their taste of them was so good. Or like sometimes on a Friday, like my brother and I finally conned my mum into giving us like tuck shop one day a week, and I just asked for like 3 pizza rounders and a play water. Aussie kids, man, do you remember play waters? They're like that really like that fruity water, but like you didn't really give a fuck about the water. Like you down it so quick, but it had that nozzle where if you push it, like literally turned into a water gun. You should just spray people at lunch, or like all the boys would get one. And the canteen lady would be like, "Oh, don't let me catch you spraying each other." And you're like, "Oh, nah, miss." And you'd be like, in your head, "Oh, man, I'm going to wet all my fucking mates. Stuff them. I'm going to wet them. I don't care. I don't care about anything. I'm 10 years old. I'm wild. The only thing I got to worry about is how many Tarzos I'm going to collect. How many footy Tarzos I'm going to get. Fucking footy Tarzos." So now I'm reminiscing, man. I'm reminiscing so much. It's nice. It's nice. I think back to it and it's cool. But, it's 2019 now. I'm a bloody 24-year-old man. I find that funny now. 24-year-old man. I'm considered a man. I consider myself a man on the outside. I did just shave. So now I'm less of a man. But in my head, I don't think I'm a man yet. I think I'm still kind of just, pretending like I know what's going on. But it's all fun. Anyway, what pissed me off this week? It's tough. Tough when you're in a good mindset. Nothing really pisses me off as much. I'll tell you what, something does piss me off. And I've heard about it so much. Oh my God. What do vegans call it vegan meat? If they didn't want to eat meat, why would they call the food meat? Oh, shut up. I don't care. I see it everywhere. Once again, I'm reading comments. I shouldn't do it, but I hear it on podcasts too. Man, if you don't want to eat meat, why would you call the food that you eat meat? Just shut the fuck up. You don't eat it. Who cares? Leave me alone. Let me eat my vegan chicken nuggets in peace. They're called chicken nuggets because they look like chicken nuggets. Oh, they're probably fucking bad for you. Yeah, well, chicken nuggets aren't that good for you anyway. Why are you telling me how much better normal chicken nuggets are than my shitty chicken nuggets? I know they're shit. You don't eat chicken nuggets because you're like, oh, this is nutritious. Broccoli? Nah. Give me a plate of chicken nuggies. It's like, of course they're bad for you. Of course they're filled with like preservatives and shit. So are normal ones. You're literally like, who cares? Like, I swear a nugget is just a solid, I'm going to say. You can say a nugget of gold. And it tastes like chicken. The whole point of it is to replicate the taste of chicken. Oh man, well, if you don't like eating chicken, then why do you want things that taste like chicken? I liked eating chicken. I just didn't like dying. Leave my food alone. God damn it. So many people get outraged by it too. Like they get genuinely pissed off. Like it's like it affects their day. Like they're just, I don't know. Maybe people, it's like, I guess triggered society. You know how people come into like something already triggered about something and they're just like, fuck you and your stupid fake meat. It doesn't even come from cows. Oh, I know. This crazy world we live in where we can make things that taste like things. What are you going to call it? Not let us call it chicken noodles? They're not. There's no chicken in the noodles. We just call it chicken because it's flavored like chicken. Ugh. People, man. You kill me. Ugh. No, well. It's hard. It's hard being a vegan who just kind of, I don't really yell at people. I don't really want to. I don't really want to either. That's the big thing. I don't like conflict at all. Like, you do you, man. You do you. Whatever you want. Just don't fuck me up. That's where I'll get annoyed. Let me have my shit in peace. Just leave me alone. The soy thing as well. Soy's going to give you boobies. I fucking wish, mate. I'm flat as hell in the chest. I'm trying hard. I look like I don't know. What do I look like? I look like a boat ramp. Like you just come down the stomach and then all of a sudden you just dip into this non-existent chest. I wish soy. I am literally the embodiment of soy does not give you titties. Like I'm flat as. Same with the estrogen thing. Oh man, it makes you feminine. How? How does it make me feminine? Sorry, I just don't want to shit water. God. Oh, well, you know, soy. They kill a lot of animals when they harvest the soy. I know. It happens. There's not much I can do. I don't harvest it. Yeah. That had me. I was thinking about that the whole way home, my car ride, because I was listening to a podcast and that's what they just went to town on it. They just were saying how much, because I think the KFC, they were talking about KFC. You know, even that, I'm a bit split on that. I mean, you know, for me, the fact that they're giving options is so good. I love it. So it's amazing. I've heard so many people like, I'm going to try it anyway. So good for you. I'm glad you're not a square. Get out of that. But at the same time, you know, we're still kind of buying stuff that comes from, like, you know, killing chickens. Yeah. I feel like you're always kind of running this tightrope of what's good and what's bad. And that's for everything. That's for everything. No, I'm just not talking about food either. You know, we're trying to cut down our plastic and shit. You know, trying not to buy plastic. But that's hard. Because, like, you know, you even look at our clothes, you know. No one wants to go out and buy, like, really expensive clothes. I'd love to go out and buy expensive clothes. But unfortunately, I don't have, you know, money coming out of my eyelids. So, yeah, sometimes you got to buy, like, you know, budget clothing, budget pants and stuff. They come from Kmart. If you can buy a pair of pants for $5 from Kmart, I guarantee you they're not made locally. Yeah. It's kind of, you're always running this weird sort of, like, do I want to pay more and help local business, or do I want to pay less because I'm poor, but, you know, you're getting clothes from, like, a sweat factory in India where people are getting paid like 10 cents an hour. Like, I don't know. How is it? It's harder than it sounds. You know, a lot of people like to make it sound really simple. Oh, just do this. You're like, you're a genius, mate. Thanks. Didn't think of that one. Yeah. I think this is just it's a weird time, really. I think, you know, people like to say how, oh man, we're fucking the environment up. But I feel like at the same time, like, we definitely are fucking the environment up. Hugely. But at the same time, this is probably the moment in time where we're the most conscious about our environment at the same time. You know? Which is kind of ironic because we're literally just, like, shitting on it 24/7. I guess like, we are so conscious. Like, everyone I know recycles, which is cool, you know. But I think it's definitely like it's a consistency thing, for sure. And we gotta just band together and keep doing our things, you know. Little steps. Man, I don't know. Big vegan rant there. Just leave my food alone. I'll leave the food alone. I'll leave yours alone. You leave mine alone. We're all a big happy family. You know? Fair enough. We all move on. So it's Monday. It's Monday. Monday today. Thought I'd record it on a Monday. I always like recording on a Monday because you kind of feel like you fought the beast. Like you finished, you fought the beast. Fuck you, Monday. I'm done. I did it. We smashed it. If you didn't smash it, you know, there's always tomorrow. Smashing a Monday is always a good feeling. I don't know why it's a good feeling, you know? Like, I feel like even if you love your job, Monday's always the hardest. But at the same time, I always find Monday is always the easiest day for me to get up. Because you know how you're, like, fresh? You're like, this is the week. Not sure what the week is for. Like, you get up, this is the week. The week for what? I don't know. But it's the week. This is the week. This is where it all starts. So you get up and you're like, bang. Then you get to Friday and all you can think about is, you know, sleeping and beers. But congrats if you got through your Monday. I'm glad you did. I'm glad I'm here with you on your Monday. If you are listening to this on a Monday. If you're listening to this on a Tuesday, then you kind of get the idea. I'm here with you on a Tuesday. Yeah. Great stuff. Riveting. I'm almost there too. You know, when I start to unravel my brain, it kind of gets away from me. I'm definitely that teacher at school where the kids will always try and get me having a yarn. You know that teacher, I look back and I had teachers where I was like, oh man, if I get in, hey sir, how was your camping trip? And then bang, you got half an hour just chatting about camping. And then I can always identify when the kids do that to me. I'm like, oi, don't do that. You know what I'm like, mate? Do you want to pass or fail? Yeah, it's funny. I love it. I love my job. I love my life, man. It's so good. You know, my life isn't even like, the greatest thing. I just appreciate it. I appreciate the people in it. And it's only this year. This year's been one of those years where I feel like I've grown up because I'm really appreciating everyone in it, the things I'm doing. And I'm not saying that everything's good. I mean, it's not all good, but I tell you, it's, for the most part, it's bloody fucking awesome. Anyway, that's going on 27 minutes. It's a 27-minute one. Once again, I can't see the back of my phone, so I am praying that this thing is recorded for the whole time. Yeah. Anyway, I hope that was a good episode for you. I was in your ear. I was right in your ear, just giving you information. Sometimes I forget I'm on camera. I always get caught between the two. Anyway, guys, you know the drill. We're all about positivity here, as much as I like to rant. If you're having a trip to work, have a bloody good day. If you're on your way home from work, I hope you had a good day. And if you didn't, don't worry. Sun comes up tomorrow. And if it's your weekend, of course, tell someone you love them. Go have a coffee with a mate. Walk your dog. Just call your mum. I don't know. Do something that's going to make someone else feel good. Anyway, peace out, Homer gang. You guys have a ripper week. And I will see you next time.